I'm from the south, from Yuhmar al-Shakif actually, and I know the south well, but I have never been to UNIFIL's headquarters in Nakura. I wanted to visit them and they said yes. There are many things we Lebanese need to understand better, so now that I am inside, let's find out more. General, too many things are happening. It's not clear anymore for most Lebanese people. Explain to us what role is UNIFIL playing nowadays?
No. So, but we have time. What about a cup of coffee?
Pretty good.
So, you want to know more about UNIFIL?
No problem. I will translate.
With the resolution 1701, UNIFIL has changed a lot in terms of mandate, goals, and possibility, and also the size, of course, of the unit. So our operation is here in southern Lebanon, from the Litani River to the Blue Line, and our task is to keep peace and stability here in the southern part of Lebanon.
Okay, General. Besides the peacekeeping in this area, what else is UNIFIL doing here?
Oh, but maybe I have a better idea. Capitano Messina, possiamo organizzare per il signor Rafik un bel viaggio attraverso UNIFIL?
It looks like General Graziano is inviting me to go and see UNIFIL out in the field.
Oh, Mr. Rafik, you understand Italian?
No, my General, but we Lebanese are quick-witted.
Ciao, la Saida. Shukran.
شكرا جزيلا.
UNIFIL is here to maintain the cessation of hostilities and respect for the Blue Line. They are also working with and assisting the Lebanese armed forces. But I think we need to know the details of what UNIFIL is doing. So, join me. This is a French tank named Leclerc. I was invited by these guys, so I couldn't resist. This tank is called AMX-10B. They can transport up to 10 troops and are heavily armored. Don't ask. It's first class. I know, I sound like I'm trying to sell you these things, just sharing what I learned. They told me that there are now over 13,000 UNIFIL soldiers from around the world. I'm now with the French contingent, but there are lots of nationalities here to share in the peacekeeping.
You see, UNIFIL's new, larger and stronger force is here to maintain peace and stability in South Lebanon. It is to assist the Lebanese armed forces in preventing any illegal weapons in South Lebanon and also to prevent any hostile act.
When I doubted that UNIFIL would ever use this force, he responded confidently,
UNIFIL can use force under certain conditions. For instance, self-defense is one of them. Then to protect UN agencies, humanitarian workers, and above all, civilians whose life is under imminent danger.
We Lebanese do not believe anything right away, without everything until it's all verified. We learned that from our history and previous experiences. I'm not a fan of weapons. Weapons are usually used for destruction, but maybe weapons can be used for peace. 13,000 troops, 6 soldiers dead, 400 patrols every day, Spanish, Malaysian, German, nationalities, groups, numbers. Did we ever think of the troops as people like us?
Marhaba, Kifak. If you want to come in Lebanon, I said yes.
I miss Ghana. I love Ghana. This is Cobra. Yeah.
Questo è il piccolo Francesco.
Mi marido se llama David. Nos casamos hace poco, hace menos de un año.
I love you, I miss you. But the promises I've made before coming here, I still keep on that promise.
This is a totally different place.
E lui è un piccolo hooligan.
I will put my heart here in Lebanon.
I told him, don't worry me.
I have 4 brothers 2 sisters, and my mom and dad.
ربما أنت تحضر إلى منزلي ونحترمك ونفضلك بالجلوس.
I hope I will make as many friends as possible here in Lebanon.
Mom, I'm okay. Then everything is okay.
This cobra. This cobra. Yes. That cutting here. أنا مبسوط بشوفتك. مبسوط بشوفتك.
People have their own lives, friends, families, and children. They love and miss. They are people, and people are not numbers. By the way, I am Rafiq Ali Ahmad, and I am Lebanese.
Here you go. Oof, this drives you crazy, man.
You don't like these patrols, do you?
What can I say? They drive through our towns day and night, annoying us day and night. We can't sleep.
Did you know that there are almost 400 patrols like this? 400 patrols in this area every day. What are they for? These patrols are here to make sure that the area is free of illegal arms. Any security incident can tip the situation from one side to the other.
We conduct day and night patrols along the blue line to ensure that nobody goes close to the blue line.
I am now with a Ghanaian patrol, mostly looking for violations along the blue line, like people, shepherds, and goats.
I personally feel, like many others do, that when we see a patrol, in the positive way, we should be feeling safe.
We, the Southerners, will look at this matter with caution, Mr. Rafiq. This matter hasn't reached its full extent. The relationship between people and UNIFIL is still being tested.
Don't expect a clear-cut answer to everything. Nothing is for free. Nothing is perfect. Hello, friend.
Welcome. Where are you going?
To Nakura.
Could you pull over, please?
That's the actor, Mr. Rafiq Ali Ahmad, don't you know?
Welcome, but vehicle searches are for everyone.
How are you, soldier? UNIFIL doesn't help you with these checkpoints?
No, sir. Checkpoints are the army's responsibility. UNIFIL supports us, but we are responsible for our country.
Okay, don't you request UNIFIL's help if trouble erupts?
Well, I think that...
Welcome, Mr. Ali Ahmad.
How are you, Captain?
I am fine. Come have a cup of coffee.
Thank you. Captain, I have been talking to people in the south, and they seem to think that UNIFIL's forces are our new army.
I know. This issue is spreading in the area, but people should know that the Lebanese armed forces haven't been in the south for a while, but we are here now and in large numbers.
So about the same as UNIFIL's troops?
You can say that, yes. Our colleagues at UNIFIL are here to support us, but everything that happens on Lebanese territory is our responsibility. UNIFIL is not here to replace us in any way. They only come when we ask for the support.
Aren't you affected by sending all those troops up north?
Mr. Rafiq, I get what you're saying, but the army is for all of Lebanon, and troops move accordingly. If soldiers are sent to the north, they can also be sent to the south. The major task of the Lebanese army is to defend southern Lebanon, while carrying out any missions given to it in other areas.
All right, Captain. You are right. I was playing the devil's advocate. But people have questions, and we need to have clear answers.
Well, I guess this is why you're doing this trip through UNIFIL.
I thank you. Allow me to salute you like this. This is incredible, really. I had no idea that these giant ships are zigzagging along the Lebanese coast every day. There you are. Take a look at this view. I couldn't resist. Look, what an amazing ship. Look at this frigate. This is a German frigate. Two of them are racing up and down Lebanon's coast. Every day, UNIFIL's fleet hails the commercial ships, verifying course, identity, and all other related information. Admiral Bolo commands a fleet of 3 frigates and 3 fast patrol boats, working with the Lebanese Navy. The goal is the same as that of patrolling on land, preventing illegal activity, especially the smuggling of arms.
I understand Oscar Delta Uniform Echo, is this correct?
We have 3 different patrol boats along the coastline and 3 more frigates in the outer part of the area. And we have all the different units patrolling in this area. And you can be sure not one single merchant vessel will enter this area without knowing about us.
UNIFIL screens up to 35 vessels per day while patrolling Lebanon's coastline. I always liked ships, but my village happens to be far inland. This is a special day because we had the opportunity to sail on this frigate. This is not a tourist ship, it's a part of a huge maritime fleet whose aim is to guard the Lebanese coast. A cluster bomb is about this size. You can't help but to hold your breath when entering a minefield. But these brave guys are ready to sacrifice their lives to save us from these evil cluster bombs. We must appreciate these sacrifices because they are bringing us back to our fields. These devilish cluster bombs are designed to spread over a large area, and the danger lies in them being invisible, because most are hidden in the soil or cut in the tree branches. UNIFIL officials estimate that tens of thousands of cluster bombs were dropped over southern Lebanon at the end of last year's war. The cluster bombs were spread all over the south. The Chinese contingent works in this area. They began their demining work right after the war. After the July war, UNIFIL demining teams have cleared about 26,000 cluster bombs. When you see a suspicious object, don't hesitate to call UNIFIL personnel immediately. And be sure they will be happy to help you, because that is one of the many things UNIFIL is here for. God willing, nobody will get hurt. Blue line, where is this blue line? Here is the fence, we understand, but there is really nothing blue here. How do you know the blue line? Who showed it to you?
UNIFIL and Lebanese army. When they see you, even when you're 1,000 meters away, they tell you there's the blue line. And it's not showing at all.
Your problem is that they didn't paint the blue line. It's not clear.
It's not showing.
You don't know where it is.
There is no blue line.
And that is a problem for you.
It's not showing at all. They say there is a blue line, but where it is, only God knows.
UNIFIL tells me that these violations happen often enough from both sides of the blue line.
See, whenever there's a violation from either sides, UNIFIL contacts both IDF and the LAF. And as in the case of a friend, the shepherd here, it is the LAF which assists us and resolves the matter.
If the shepherd doesn't cross the fence, how come he violates the blue line?
In some places, the blue line is next to the fence. In some places, the blue line is away from the fence, with some distance between the blue line and the fence. So in case you have come closer to the fence, you have crossed the blue line.
Now you understand?
Yes, I understand. I'm going to estimate the blue line.
You estimate it?
Yes, but I can't see it.
Yes, but this crazy coat of yours cannot estimate. Come back here! Until we paint the blue line, stay out of trouble. Come. You beautiful thing. Pretty. Major Chailendra here is one of 2 vets with UNIFIL. He has treated around 40,000 sheep this year, and it has made him a famous and popular man in the south. Bon appétit. Thank you. I'm now in a Belgian field hospital in Tebnin. They treat between 20 to 30 patients per day, but burn cases are the most common.
Even though I miss nursing, I'm fine, because I saw what they give to people here. They are doing their best. If they could give more, they would.
I was preparing a cup of coffee. She came running up to it, and it spilled on her.
Babush! Babush!
إذا السؤال بدنا نعرف بشو غلط بابوش.
لا تقترب، لا تلمس، بلغ.
Don't get close, don't touch, report immediately. Besides what we saw, UNIFIL does a lot of activities. They built a playground, they built a school, they run language classes, computer classes, and many other courses, doing what they can to make people happy. My last stop on this journey. I hope that you have enjoyed it and we were able to clarify some questions you had about UNIFIL's mission. شكرا جزيلا. This is a French tank named Leclerc. This tank is called AMX-10P. This is Cobra. Yes. These patrols are here to make sure that the area is free of illegal arms.
The relationship between people and UNIFIL is still being tested.
The major task of the Lebanese army is to defend southern Lebanon, while carrying out any missions given to it in other areas.
I thank you. Allow me to salute you like this. UNIFIL screens up to 35 vessels per day while patrolling Lebanon's coastline. A cluster bomb is about this size. But these brave guys are ready to sacrifice their lives to save us from these evil cluster bombs. Blue line, where is this blue line? Estimated?
Yes, but I can't see it.
But this crazy coat of yours can not estimate. Come back here! This trip answers many questions and casts us away many doubts people had. They found answers. I would like to thank you now and wish you, us, and the whole world peace.
Oh, I'm very happy it was useful, and now let's just finish as we started, with a cup of coffee. What do you think about
Coffee?
it?
Why not? Coffee.
Today I'm inside a UNIFIL vehicle, but not to explore something about UNIFIL. It's about OGL, Observer Group Lebanon. Personally, I don't know so much about them, so let us see who are they, what are their main missions, and their relation with the Blue Line.
The Observer Group Lebanon's been here since 1978, although the United Nations Truce Supervision Organisation has had a presence in Lebanon since 1949. So we've been here for quite some time. We're the original peacekeeping mission, and I'll be taking you through Team Sierra's campsite, or team site, right now. So please follow me.
Okay.
Our primary reason for being here is the Blue Line. So we patrol a section of 37 kilometres of Blue Line from close to Kafakila, all the way up to the north past Sheba.
Yeah, I'll get you to put this one on.
Okay, thank you.
Possibly a Humvee. One on the right, again possibly a Humvee. There's the raccoon stalker.
Are you noticing anything?
I think there's another
that is
Humvee
not
just in
normal?
front of the raccoon stalker.
There's some IDF activity.
Yeah.
And part of our role is to observe on any unusual or any IDF activity that we see in this area.
Possibly another vehicle behind it. So we've got. This is perhaps a little bit unusual. We don't usually see them in that kind of strength in that position.
Yeah.
But it's a regular patrol.
After this observation, what happens? What do you do with those observations?
At the end of each day, we write a report, which then gets sent to our staff down in Nakura. From there, that information is compiled with other teams' reports, and it's then sent to the various interested parties, including UNIFIL, whom we work very closely with.
We are in front of the Wazani Resort in South Lebanon. I previously know that the blue line passes from here, but I don't know where it is exactly because there are no markings at all, no barrels, no fence. How do you know where it is exactly? Can you show me?
That's right, that's one of the issues in this area. The approximation for the blue line in this area is down the centre of the river.
What is your reference to know that?
In the car we have a number of tools.
Okay.
The one we're looking at here is a satellite photo book. What it shows in this area, the Wazani Resort was not actually built when these photographs were taken. What we can see though is the blue line runs approximately down the middle of the river, but we can see that it moves to either the east or the west based on the curvature of the river. From where we are right now, we're less than a couple of 100 metres from the blue line.
Okay.
We're currently situated between the village of Gajar, you can see this way.
Yeah.
And behind us is Arab al Wasani.
Do you do these foot patrols daily?
Every day.
Okay.
Members of our team visit the site every day.
Okay. We are in front of Gajar now. Where is the blue line exactly? Because I can see no marks at all for it.
That's right, there are no markings. Part of our training is to become familiar where the blue line is. In this instance, the blue line runs north up the Wazani River. If you can see this road running in front of us, you'll see a half-moon shape of rocks just beyond it.
Yeah.
Just beyond those rocks, in the river where the trees are, the blue line turns. It runs up the bank towards the village of Gajar. If you can see in the village, there's a bright green house with a bright yellow roof.
Yeah.
If you look to the left of that house, you'll see 6 tall pine trees. The second pine tree from the left is where the blue line runs. Up from the river, up the bank, striking that tree and cutting the village.
How do you know this?
The training that we undertake involves studying Google Earth, maps with detailed analysis of where the blue line runs, and also corporate knowledge within the team. Team members passing on the knowledge and also with the liaison assistants.
So,
what about this location?
What we have here, first of all, I want you to see this barrel here.
Yes.
Back in 1923, but the
Since
point
1923.
is when this point was defined, yes.
Yeah.
And then at some point, this barrel was put up to show in the terrain where this point actually is.
Yeah.
So if you look a bit further to the left here,
yes.
You will see up here,
yes.
you see the stone pile with a metal rod sticking up.
Yeah.
And so this is the new marking of this point.
Okay.
At least 12 meters between the two.
Exactly.
So that is with the new precision we can get a more precise marking of the
And
site.
to understand exactly where does the blue line pass, well, where is another point?
Yes. If you look in this direction,
yeah, blue
you can
barrel
see some
over
blue
there.
barrels.
Yes, yes.
And you see the stick there. And
It's
so
that,
if you draw a line between those, that's
this
where
is
the blue line is. yes.
Okay. Keeping good. It's lunchtime. So you're not suffering concerning food if you're away from your country?
No. It's actually the opposite.
You like
gaining weight.
Yeah.
Many animals are gaining weight.
Yeah.
Actually, here in Lebanon, we say خبز وملح means salt. خبز وملح. Can you spell it?
Yeah, of course.
Do this. Okay, it's a sign that we became closer and we are like friends. You know, when we share bread and salt together, just like this. You know, it's only a sign of friendship.
Say it again.
خبز means bread.
Yeah.
ملح means salt. خبز وملح. Okay.
Okay, so here we are inside a UN position. The blue line is behind this wall.
Okay.
On the other side here. And the blue line continues, parallels this wall, and down this way.
Okay.
And but there are no barrels in this area yet.
Yeah.
The blue line runs up here through the terrain.
Straight like this?
Yes.
Okay.
A pile of stones down there. Behind that, there's a blue marking on the road. Further up, there's a solar panel, and on the next hill, there are some bushes.
Okay.
3 bushes, And so these are the reference points that I have to know where the blue line point is.
Okay, what about the technical fence?
The technical fence is right on the left side of the blue line here.
It's not the
but
blue
you
line.
will see, no, it's not the blue line. But you'll see also when looking here at the technical fence zigzags. So there are two spots here, right down here and a bit further up there, where the technical fence is parallel to the blue line.
Yeah.
But there are also these areas where the technical fence takes a curve into.
So the technical fence is not the blue line.
No, the technical fence is only a technical installation that IDF has made in order to be able to control the access, but it is not the border and it is not the blue line.
Okay. Thank you. The test of the OGL is the secret behind their great knowledge about the blue line. Just like how generations inherit things from each other, they inherit this information from group to another. But sure, the reason is not hereditary, it's for sure through this test. Let's go and see.
Easy 440.
Yep, see.
To the right of it, there's a concrete arc.
Yep.
Yeah, and to the right of that again, there's a tomb. And that's in the middle of that tomb is in the vicinity of Bravo Papa 33.
Okay.
What's happening here is that Dag, my Norwegian colleague, is telling André from Australia about his knowledge of this area. So he's pointing out villages, military positions, blue line points, where's the technical fence, all this kind of stuff, in order to show André that he has got an understanding of the area.
He's being tested right now.
And you go up the small ridge, the hill, 4 fingers or something. You will see a pile of rocks there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's in the vicinity of Bravo 74.
So the pile of rocks.
But one of the things, and one of the really important things, is that the UNMOs have to know the blue line and the area around the blue line, and we have to know it by heart. We have to remember everything.
And if he doesn't have enough information, he will fail?
He will fail, yes.
Okay.
Slightly to the right, you will see there's a white rock. Do you see that? On the top of it?
Right on top of the hill?
Yeah. That's the next blue line point. That's the Tango Papa 35.
Okay.
I saw now what the test of the OGL is.
Yep.
Now please come with me.
Okay.
I like to test you.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so please look at me. I want you to stand like this.
Yep.
Okay. Can you tell me what is found right behind you?
In terms of IDF positions or UN positions or anything?
Anything.
Okay.
How you learn?
So starting down in the low ground off to my right, you can see a cluster of houses, and that is the town of X-Ray 2, which is Hula. As you go up the hill from the cluster of houses, you'll see a quarry or an area, a sandy coloured area on the hill. Okay. On the left-hand side of the water tanks, there is a number of concrete T-walls, which is an LAF position. Continuing along, you'll keep going across the top of the hill, and you'll hit a road, which is the Echo Road. Distance, there is a small town inside the valley, and you can see a large...
It's obvious that you know every single thing. How much time you took to know all that?
Well, normally people do between 6 weeks and 2 months of training.
And you succeeded in the test from the first time?
Yes.
That's great. So this is the secret behind your knowledge about the blue line and all the places over here. The test.
A bit of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
The test and the training beforehand. So, and just the knowledge being passed down from seniors beforehand. So the only reason I know it is because they knew it and they told me about it and then tested me on it.
That's really great. One of the things that OGL also does frequently is village patrolling, but I think they are different from those done by the UNIFIL. Let's see. Is it right to say patrol because you're unarmed?
We do call them village patrols, but we are visiting the village to see how the people are going, establish relationships with the people in the village. Mahaba.
لا وانت كمان.
صباح الخير.
أهلا صباح النور. تفضلوا. I asked if she knows the difference between UNIFIL and OGL.
OGL, yep.
She said from weapon, you don't carry weapons.
Yep.
That's probably the thing, and the blue vest.
And the blue vest. And obviously we are supervising the truce from 1948. And a part of that at the moment is observing the blue line and making sure that any violations of the blue line are reported to the UN. Is George going to come in?
Your husband? He's shy? So you observe and collect the needs of people and all their stuff. How do you translate these needs into real actions on Earth? Because you only observe.
Yep. So although we do get a lot of information about what people need in the villages, we don't have the capability ourselves to actually do projects. But working with UNIFIL, we're able to pass that information to UNIFIL so that then they can come back and assist the villagers in whatever they require.
Okay, then thanks to the OGL.
No worries, thank you.
One day with the OGL was really enough to make me understand how important their mission is along the blue line, and just like how our eyes allow us to know where we should move and where to avoid moving and walking, the OGL is the eye of Lebanon along the blue line. And actually I really enjoyed going with them, their patrols and everything they do. It's a great experience for me. I hope to be for you too.
More than 12,000 peacekeepers from 28 countries are deployed in Lebanon, in one of the UN's largest missions. These men and women are part of the Indonesian contingent. UN peacekeepers first came to Lebanon in 1978. They have been a buffer between Israel and militants in southern Lebanon. In August 2006, as part of the truce that halted the war between Israel and Hezbollah, the UN mission was strengthened. Today, these peacekeepers monitor that fragile truce. Lieutenant Colonel Harry Mulyanto from Indonesia says his peacekeepers assist the local population in many ways.
As peacekeeping, we not only conduct patrol, but we also do humanitarian assistance. We cooperate with local people, with another organization, international organization or non-government organization.
Here, as in other missions, peacekeepers work with the national military to support and train them.
The work of peacekeepers isn't just in the field. Here we have a vocational training program that UNIFIL is running for residents in South Lebanon, where they're teaching young boys how to become mechanics.
In this class, UN peacekeepers have traded their blue berets for overalls and are teaching these boys skills that will help them find jobs. Economic development is seen as a factor in bringing stability to post-conflict societies.
If I want to start my own business, this experience will help me do that.
UNIFIL also runs health clinics, infrastructure projects, and programs to educate school children about the dangers of landmines. Once a male domain, today about 3,000 women are deployed as UN peacekeepers or police. The United Nations hopes more women will join these ranks. First Sergeant Nina has been a UNIFIL police officer for 9 months.
I am and my friends as international military police doing our job as patrolling, checkpoint, investigate for accident or incidents. The other women peacekeepers are soldiers.
Peacekeepers also protect civilians. Here, the local residents mostly welcome them.
They come, they say hello, we say hello. They don't hurt us, and we don't hurt them.
Peacekeepers live far from home for long periods, often under difficult and dangerous conditions. Many have been killed in the line of duty, but despite that, many here say they would do it again.
I can help the people here.
Margaret Bashir, VOA News, with UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon.
Det var høytid og respekt som preget Akershus festning i dag. Det er 30 år siden Norge bidro med de første militære styrkene i Libanon. 21 norske UNIFIL-soldater ble drept i tjeneste. I dag var det plass til både markering og ettertanke.
De døde jo i tjeneste og gjorde sin plikt, så vi har stor takknemlighet for det arbeidet de utførte.
De norske FN-soldatene var ikke forberedt på det som ventet i Libanon våren 1978. De manglet trening, og de manglet utstyr. Allerede etter få dager havnet soldatene i krigshandlinger. Nå frigis et lydopptak fra en av de alvorligste hendelsene. Forsvaret er litt usikre på hvor mange palestinske militssoldater som ble drept av nordmenn den 9. mai 1978 her i denne landsbyen, men antar at tallet er 8.
Ja! Omgruppere! De skyter fra venstre! Ja, omgrupper! Tvert! De skyter! De skyter!
Føler du at det norske samfunnet forsto hva som foregikk?
I den første kontingenten, da de kom ned, så var det jo mer eller mindre krigstilstand. Og de var involvert i en rekke skarpe operasjoner og hendelser. Men ikke noe av dette ble jo publisert, og presset på åpenhet var ikke like sterkt den gangen som det er i dag. Og det er kanskje årsaken til at mye av dette gikk upåaktet hen.
23 000 nordmenn vervet seg som UNIFIL-soldater. Flere har i ettertid fått psykiske problemer. Forsvaret innrømmer nå at de ikke gjorde nok for å hjelpe.
Det har fått en konsekvens at mange som kunne vært hjulpet på et tidligere tidspunkt, har måttet streve mer enn de hadde behøvd hvis det hadde vært gjort noe på et tidligere tidspunkt.
Er det beklagelig?
Det er selvfølgelig beklagelig, det beklager vi, og det er det vi da har etter hvert satt større og større ressurser inn på å unngå.